and what hip-hop is to me, yo, I started this game back in damn, a while back. Been doing it ever since, at least a good 10 years straight. Dropping independent records since '97. The main thing for me has always been trying to keep the lyrics sharp and keeping that whole battle essence alive with hip-hop, because a lot of it came out of the battle essence. Not so much a lot of the disrespectful shit that's going on now, you know. It's kind of a lot more like Def Comedy Jam more than battles nowadays. But what we're doing right now is we're taking it a little further. What we're trying to compete with is a whole standard that's arisen out of the whole hip-hop culture, which has caused the game to shrink down into this one view on the mainstream level because of the businesses back there in the motherfucking evil metropolis. So what Stronghold is going to do is we're going to take apart that whole motherfucker brick by brick and let them know what's really going on up here and what's really going on with hip-hop, and spread that throughout the country, throughout the world, to everywhere, to where you at, to where we at, and just make sure that this shit is done properly.
Yo, you're not as cold as me, motherfucker, stop pretending. I'll murder you in front of your crib like John Lennon. Rip the tendons out of your muscle to cut the tension. I'm beyond your comprehension, like related subatomic particles in fifth dimensions. Suspension in your breathing is what I'm leaving, until a legion of demons whisper the meaning of life in your ear right before they make your motherfucking life disappear. But just cause you hear the multisyllabic grammatical, don't compare me to rappers that are on sabbatical, cause I never did business in little fucking Italy. I play checkers on triple-decker tour buses in Tripoli. The way that you typically bicker with me inexplicably is a mystery that pisses me off ridiculously, because I'm lyrically beyond your level scientifically, specifically spitting out the spick in me prolifically. I'm the majority of America futuristically. After I die, fuck my music, you'll feel me spiritually. Darker than Sicily, ripping above the averages. You hold no weight like bitches after miscarriages, and your label produces no kids like gay marriages. I'm disparaging every fake thug rap in sight. That's why your faggot ass will never make it into the light. I'll crack your skull when I smash your face into the mic, and now you know what I'm like. I'll shook knight the industry. I feel like the spirit of Nat Turner got into me. You're infinitely hopeless. You sound like shit when you spit live like Jennifer Lopez. I'll massacre a rich rapper and all his broke friends and go to Club Cheetah rocking some blood-soaked Timbs, party crashing animal fucking model bitches, leaving their stick figure anorexic pussy in stitches. My verbal blitzes that outshine your offense. You watered down nonsense, and I'm 200 proof, choking a local youth in his homemade vocal booth. You're a fucking incompetent killer like Ray Caruth, and I'm Technique, the rawest nigga ever produced. I spit nastier than regurgitating period juice. So burn your fucking rhyme book, stay warm, and put it to good use. I'm about to drop like frozen airplane shit through your roof, and I'm sick of fake hustlers telling lies to the youth. You never robbed Dominicans, and you couldn't sling rocks if you was Palestinian. You broke motherfucker. You cats don't burn rubber. You niggas can't even get a fucking cab like Danny Glover. You ain't hardcore. I'll smack the shit out of your mother. You wanna be gutter? I'll leave you laid out in the street. Sign yours truly, the motherfucking Immortal Technique. I'm DJ Premier.
I'm good.
We're Gangstar. Hip hop is. That's what you're checking out. What is hip hop to you, man?
Well, hip hop to me is something that runs through my veins, you know, like the blood of my veins, like something that is the most spiritual thing. That's something that's the most street thing.
It's emotions. It's emotions.
Everything.
It's happiness and pain. Both of them, happiness and pain.
All of that.
You know what I'm saying? And it makes me, real hip hop makes me feel happy. Real hip hop makes me feel pain, but where you get it out, so you don't stay stressed.
Real hip hop and the culture is the salvation of the world.
Word up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the stuff that you hear now is not hip hop. It's called something else. You know what I mean? Something else. And it don't sound like hip hop. Hip hop has a sound.
And that something else will be the destruction of us, so we can't, you know what I mean?
Bumpy Knuckles, you said it on his album.
We can't
it's a
even
sound.
fuck with that shit no more.
It's a certain way it sounds. If it doesn't sound like hip hop, even though they put on it and saying it's a hip hop station, that's just not real. Right. It has a certain sound. They don't all sound the same. Because
Because NWA don't sound like Slick Rick, but they were both hip hop. Two totally different sounds.
There it is.
But it sounded like hip hop. Lyrically, it was like hip hop. Another clown just fucking up the shit and trying to sit in our box. They cannot sit in our box. Word up. They gotta watch on television. We sit in the fucking floor seat. You know? That's what real hip hop is about.
Oh shit! Put it up, y'all! Yeah. I know y'all like that. Alright, this was a real treat. Yeah! Oh. Okay. I don't know if he's got his shoes off or something. I don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. What he's gonna do? What's he gonna do, son? Put your hands together. Holy shit. Yeah, put it up for Mista Sinista, y'all. That's fucking turntablism.
I actually started in 1980. My father was a club DJ, you know what I mean? He had all the breaks and stuff like that, and I used to sneak downstairs and cut. You know what I mean? He used to take the needles from me sometimes and shit, but you know what I mean? He used to let me cut, whatever. And you know, from there I just got started and I just kept going. You know what I mean? 1980 until.
All right, for the record, DJs are the backbone of hip hop. You heard it before, you hear it again. There's no hip hop without DJs. That's that's the original man right there. DJs have played the biggest influence in my development because ever since I started putting out records, we really serviced the college radio heads, and we just really hit the DJs and the underground DJs. And if you hit them DJs with the records, they're gonna show you love. I mean, of course, you gotta have fresh records, but you know, the most important thing you can do as an artist is get music out to your DJs. Those are going to be your #1 supporters. And the young DJs now are going to be the DJs on the radio later, the DJs doing big things. And you know, you don't have a live show without a DJ. I mean, true, people are doing it. If you got a band, that's one thing, but you got to have a DJ in that band too. But to really do a live hip hop show, you need a DJ, and you need somebody who's going to be, you know, not only smart and to know exactly what to throw in, when to throw in, but somebody who's going to be sick with the skills too. So, and finding a good DJ is hard, so people really got to respect that. And then you got to look at the club DJs, because the club DJs are so important, but people don't give them the respect that they should get. It's funny because I used to DJ clubs back in the day, and you know, if the party's going good and whatnot, yeah, everybody loves the DJ and they give him some respect, and some people shout him out, some girls holler or whatever, but as soon as something goes wrong, yo, everybody's screaming at the DJ. And it might be the crowd is jumping so much that the tables are skipping, the needles are skipping. It might be dude knocked the beer over on the joints, or it might be this girl yelling in your ear about how she's not hearing the joints that she wants to hear. So the DJs, club DJs, go through a lot of wreck, and people don't give them the respect that they deserve. But you know, the DJs are the backbone of hip hop, like I said. It's the most important element. It's what makes the MC shine. A good MC is not going to be great on stage unless he has a good DJ behind him. So, you know, much respect to all the DJs. I love y'all. Y'all are the most important shit out there.
All right, so check it. On the other side of turntablism, DJs also do clubs, right? Now, Sen does both. Some DJs just do turntables. Some DJs just do clubs. Now I used to do clubs, okay? I could never do no shit like that. But I used to rock parties. And throughout all the parties, yo, there was so much wreck. You would have people coming up to you, can you play this, can you play that? Yo, you could never please nobody. So what I did is I put a song out about it. The joint is called Spin Mata. It was produced by the Beat Miners, world famous Beat Miners. And I'm gonna give you a verse, but basically, it's all about the ails and afflictions of DJs, okay? We're gonna drop a verse up here. Check it. Hey yo, I can't stand this, son. I'm in a panic, son. My arm hurts, my hand is numb. I'm having short pains when I breathe in my chest. Plus I'm being depressed, I ain't eating my best. Haven't slept in a week on account of this crit that I got in my neck. And I frequently fall to lapse of reason. I contemplated selling my text over the weekend. From me speaking, that ain't acting like I should. I was hoping he would help if he could. Tell me something good, he like take me back to when you had these problems. Maybe he can solve them, check it. The scene was kinda thick, I think it was a Friday. I was in the club, everyone was looking my way. Mr. Raze, rocking on the table instead of rocking mics. But right, I got to pay bills, so I'm in the mix. I cut up dilated. This little shorty got mad, started hating. She waited for me to put the phones down. Yo, I had a heat rash. Took me so long to get that beat match. She grabs my shirt, starts yelling in my ear. Can you play some hip hop, you know, like Britney Spears? Or something famous, cause I can't dance to this. Think you need to change your playlist. Hold up, bitch, now you pushing buttons. Think you need to take your ass and strutting. Shut up all that clucking, I don't want to hear nothing. Stay about my ear unless you sucking or we fucking. Ducking out my face, all I think is ducking out the place. Sick and tired of putting up with all this waste. Holding this disgrace, playing all these whack ass songs to keep the girls on the dance floor going. It's ridiculous how I'm sick with this. When the record skips on my pleasure slips. And I feel like hanging my head with no honor. Damn, I got Spin Mata. From the crowds that jump, they bounce the text. To the clubs that front, they bounce the checks, I guess. Through the bullshit breaks and all the drama. Yeah, you get Spin Mata, oh.
I've been rhyming as long as I've been cutting. You know, around the time I was writing my first rhymes, I was also getting my first scratches on my mom's stereo. So as I progressed with both aspects of it, you know, I honed my skill as an MC a bit faster than I did as a DJ, but I'm coming back around and really just getting into it because, you know, as much as the live instrumentation is really starting to evolve, you know, just being included in hip hop again, and cats are taking their stage shows to new levels, you can never substitute the DJ. Whether you have him in the band or if the DJ is the band, it's vital because, you know, the power of those records and the power of being able to just, you know, make music on turntables, it's something that, you know, this is basically the bread and butter of what hip hop is. You know, taking that break, making something out of nothing, or making something out of something that was before. You know, I mean, me and Flo Fado on together, or me and DP were on together. This is basically, there's a chemistry there that you have that's similar to that of a singer and a drummer. You know what I'm saying? Where if something goes wrong, you can turn that into a plus and really just vibe off of what happened. You know, so it's a lot better than. You know, it's obviously better than just rocking off a data CD, but there's definitely something to be said for people to say that, you know, DJs are getting phased out of stage shows or that the technology is phasing the DJ out. That's not true. The technology is really only enhancing the DJ's ability to be able to do things with records. Because I mean, a lot of people are worried now with, you know, the CDJ and the computer turntables, what's going to happen. But it's still always going to be about hand skills. It's always going to be about taste in music, originality, technique, being able to innovate regardless of what the format is. So, I mean, the fact that wax is still around, as much as it's, you know, a CD, you know, I mean, the CD's damn near being replaced by the MP3, and wax is still here, so it shows you something, you know?
Y'all understand what's going on now, right? Y'all understand what's going on now, right? Anybody can get it, you gotta check yourself on that shit. You wanna stop the song on motherfuckers. Y'all know his name now, right? What's my DJ's name? So they know where you at now if you fuck around. You gotta give them something, man. Flo Fado, what you got for them?
Whoever last get trampled, their reaction must have been too slow.
What's your fucking name? That old gold flow later. Old gold. Flow later. That old gold flow. I'm all so slow. Got to question it if they really grow. Hell out of flow. Look, I let them know. And get blessed, enjoy, watch it.
That's cool, that's all right, you know what I'm saying? You know where you at, you can't be fucking around like that, man. All right, it's cool, though. You know the DJ is the backbone of hip-hop, right? So if the DJ in the club and he stop the music and tell y'all gotta get the fuck up, y'all know what to do, right? So y'all ain't gonna let him stop the fucking song again, right? All right, then. Bring that shit back, yo. Everybody in the place, check it out. Camera, tragedy, comedy, romance, it never dance, fight the fighter's dance. Never had a fight a chance in the bad place. When a referee started waiting in advance. Still you look at me, you never get drink. Some DJ sheets and jab killers, motherfucker wanna wake up. Gotta go like hot sex, not gonna break up. Full talk of bars, only one space to take up. Even once you're on little girl, stuff to the beat. That's what tell her happen. We can tell her how we do a success story. Everybody wanna copy. You work for it, most get jerk for it. Think that you can ignore it. Fuck that shit, I'm not satisfied. Poor get work, bitch get pressure. Poor gets first to you get the picture. Poor get dead, bitch get the press. I be get mad, pretty get stressed. I be get wild and the pretty get gone. I'll get stuff without this. Whoever told you that it was all good, nah. Throw your fist up if you're not satisfied. Pump your fist up in the air like this. Pump your fist up in the air like this. I said, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Still, and cracks got my own earth over the basket, loves to get a feel. Only God's loves 12 post keeps on 911. How you keep the punchlines in place? Fuck that shit, Mississippi is bitch. By the time pushes dirty, you know what time it is. There's a more time of jail time for brothers, here's the time. Think about what your enemies is. Same devils that you used to love lately. Got you so gassed and shook, and you stand in the bank. Same wasn't trading books for guns. Smoking drugs for friends that had fun. Nigga, 41, it's all about NYPD caps. Vinegar, bumper stickers to pro. You're still a nigga. They ain't right, them cops in the monument died. That shit is real tragic when the damn sure.
Percee P, he's a hip-hop hustler, man, you know what I'm saying? He be out here hustling hip-hop, you know? He's a distribution company. He's the networking. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you right now, he makes my hustle game. He makes my what's up, man? He makes my hustle game look incomplete. I know, right? Because all I do is make the music. He makes it and sells it. He takes it to another whole level.
Hand-to-hand distribution worldwide.
Yeah. Cause one day, one day I asked him, I said, yo, why don't you, put the stuff in the store and sell it, He's like, nah, Evil, I'm out here, I make my own money, and I get to keep everything. And I was like, damn, I ain't gonna do all that work. Then one day, I went by Red Lobster, and I seen him in there treating like 17 people. Nah, but he, by Percee doing what he does, it makes, me, myself, I'll hit the street and hustle some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like I just came off of the road and I was hustling CDs on the street. You know what I'm saying? And cats are looking at me like, Evil D hustling CDs? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, the hustle game shall continue.
You know what I'm saying? So check it out.
Exactly.
Percee P, P stands for pimp, pushing potent product for paper and funny prosperity.
As a matter of fact, I'll be out here spinning on the 1 and 2s, representing, That's what I'm gonna be out here doing. We're gonna be DJing and dancing. That's our hustle, DJing and dancing. Oh.
It's the monarch of the subterranean, legendary lethal lyricist, the rhyme inspector, Percee P. Shaped from the BX, Patterson Projects, Boogie Down Bronx. Worldwide, say I'm a legendary cat. But I'm out here in the grind like I do every day. Out here selling my joints, now and then. You know what I'm saying? A little history lesson for those who don't know. My record's been out for years, so a lot of my stuff is hard to find. So that's why I'm out here putting it down on the grind. How you been? How the peoples?
Alright, that's what's up.
Yeah, my peoples from Jeru, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here at the grind, all-nighters, one of the representatives. Y'all got show the love. These are the real cats on the streets. Man over here, he from Philly. He out here on the grind too, We out here, we doing it, we living it. We making money, you know what I'm saying? We just ain't on TV like that, but hey.
World Wide Web Day is.
That's right. We got World Wide Web access, All right now. www.perceep.com. That's my website. So I'm just putting it down. So what you want to know about Percee P? I've been making records. I've been rhyming since '79. As an artist, I came out my debut in 1988 to present day. 2003, I'm still putting it down. I've done work with people like Lord Finesse, A.G., Party, Cool Keith, Godfather Dawn, perfromance, ASAP Rock, my man Versatyl and Rhyme Fest from Chi-Town, Chicago. You know what I'm saying? My man D.U.S.T, the hypnotic performer, the first artist I've done work with on my first song. That record's a classic. It's called Let the Homicides Begin. Man, Jurassic 5, I'm featured on a new album Power in Numbers. Me and Big Daddy Kane on a song called Day After Racist. I'm on Wild Child's album, Secondary Protocol. You know what I'm saying? Me on Metaphor and Wild Child. I'm on the Ground Original album, that's JS1, TJ Razel's, DJ JS1. Me and Planet Asia got a song together. Just grinding out here. So I'm just grinding, just letting the people know. I'm out here, do this every day. Just open it up so you can see who's on it. Those are all the artists featured on the songs with me. And man, just putting it down, man. I've been doing this for years. Been making records before Fat Base even had a store. Now people come here down there, putting it down. I've been quoted a source, Rhyme of the Month, 92 hip hop quotable, May 92 issue of the source. I'll show you a picture of me performing. That's in California. To the people. Mad love, bro. New York. Worldwide, y'all, worldwide, straight off the street. I know what it might look like. It's an average cat. How you doing? They see me every day, they take me for granted. Like the air, the water, the trees on this planet. But I'm still doing my things. Worldwide, I just love to do it. I've been doing it so long. It don't faze me to say I have a record out on somebody's label. But this is new to me. Promote myself, you know what I'm saying? Promote myself. I make records. Records is in the store. I'm on the grind. A lot of artists, you don't see them outside on the sidewalks. They don't be out here with the people. People is gonna make you really, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people depend on the labels to do all the work. If they don't do no work for you, how you gonna get known? But if you're out here yourself, that's guaranteed exposure and promotion, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather sell myself, promote myself. At least I know how far my work is being pushed. My name is getting out there. If I sit home and think people making phone calls and getting my records out there, people want to know the artist anyway. People want to meet you. When they buy your stuff, they hope to meet you. You know what I'm saying? So if they're really supportive of me, they probably will want to get it from me directly if they could, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm out here, for the people. I'm out here, and I can tell you everything from myself rather than a hearsay. Somebody might say, I heard Percee P this, I heard about he did that. If you come to me directly, I'll tell you what's going on really. You don't gotta hear no rumors, it's straight from me, the source. You know what I'm saying? You can see me every day. I call this my office. Anybody can come up to me and see me. You ain't gotta worry about no security buzzing you in. This is straight me. You come see me personally. You know?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Well, my name is Zion, I got to be free. New York City, y'all got to feel me.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
It's the D.U.S.T with the MIC. NYC, we get SOBs.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Well, his name and live, he create the beats. All the people sitting down need to get up to see.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Myself need a solid ground, let the match spark the flame like a pilot. Stevie on the side, little Z better holler. Always by my collar, roll like a rock waller. These are when we flex this slide in my nexus. Amp live, always represent Texas. I'ma get it hotter than a dance hall. Chatter, 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 chatter. Flash like a cross, bang, your pistol. Watch you get you down, the gas in your pistol. I keep it solo, maintain your roller. You do the little heavy call for my soda. Doing it and doing it well, but you probably couldn't tell. Short of a man, make a racist, dominate, don't even sell. What they told me and then they fail, but I rebel. I'm like Matt Turner, carrying two black burners. My rap stacks attack like axe murders. Push further to the point of return. Saying I burn like a next thing a shirt. Get you with this. On the trail, it's like an eye massive on the real. Get you like that, Lord. We gotta be who we ain't on the ring, then we run for you. With this, get on the trail. It's like an eye massive on the real. Get you like that, Lord. We gotta be who we ain't on the ring, then we run for you. Get you with this. Come on, everybody. Get you with this. Come on, everybody. Get you with this. Get you with this. Get you with this. Come on, get you with this. Get you with this. Get you with this. Working corporate who never got a raise. Slaved in hell 1,000 days underpaid. Went to school to be a scholar, I'm miseducated. Fuck what you know, if you still can't make it, think I sit there shake and break it. Pay the monthly bills, tuition, rent, survival skills, it's for real. I'm stuck in this limbo, speak to my people, relate to my style, make you overstay you been broke. Seen a lot of suffering, I've seen a lot of woes. Where I finally go, mighty God knows. So I spend my time making mine hypnotized. Hope the gates of heaven open wide when I die. Trust me, keep it dusty and talk shit out. Is you with this? You like a trail? It's like an eye massive on the real. Did you like that? Lord, we gotta be who we ain't gonna be. Then we rock for you. Is you with this? Come on, everybody. Is you with this? 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 Come on, come on, come on.
Hip hop is God's work in action, man. Hip hop is it's just my life, man. It's everything I do. Shit, it's my dreams. It's my nightmares. It's like my everyday work, my everyday process to be the best person who I could be. the importance of road shows, touring, doing it live is that, you know what I'm saying? Zion and I, we link with Rap Division Records. We're an independent crew, independent label. So we don't have the mass exposure with the MTV2, the BETs, all this and that. So the way people get to feel us is live, man, face to face, chest to chest, toe to toe. When we on stage, they get to feel what we really made of, you know what I'm saying? Even if they never heard of the music, they never heard the CD, when they see us live, they can feel the energy and they feel that the hip hop is coming through. The beats is banging, rhymes is spitting, all types of angles and whatnot. So you know what I'm saying? The live is like, that's the main way we gain fans, man.
Expansion, lead your flame and I'm engaged with your dancing. Praise and raising of the roof, where the cancer. Whole lot of problems, nobody will answer up. Gang up with us, acting like with us. Something in the man, but you're still looking filler. Rappers acting like drug dealers with a thriller. Fillers with the trash that claim is a rhythm.
Rock man,
freak man,
Chiba man,
so unique man.
Rock man,
freak man, Chiba man, so unique man. You shall not come up and talk on my tax. Put the ghetto youth on your backs. Sentence and with a legend. Street like peasants. Wanna be king, homie, we live like peasants. Living on a borrow, town to the borrow. Meditate your style and freedom follow. Freedom working solo, then you should walk around. Guaranteed respect to G.O.D. for your luck here. Beneath the skies and about the twice. Let the whole world fly. Come feel me vibe. See the problem lies behind your eyes. Let your time run short for your energy dies. Versatyl, it's so severe. So they burst in here, make it worse than here. It's your work fear, it already hurts in here. You can see clear, but you can't get out of work here. Rock man, freak man, Chiba man, so unique man. Rock man, freak man, Chiba man, so unique. What's up, rock man, freak man, a rock man. Come on, a rock man.
What's going on? It's D.U.S.T, direct Universal Sound Technique. South African young lion coming through. Hip hop is life. It's the way you live.
Got it. Let's go. Let's see if y'all know this one. I stop goals of rewrite your whole plan. I know scams. Oktober overthrow land of no man. I'm so damned. On the other hand, they hold hands and dance to slow jams. Replace original lyrical with rhythm and blues. Not Smokey Robinson in the mirror.
Yo, check this out. This is Oktober 0, live and direct from New York City. This is where it's all at. And to me, basically, hip-hop is like freedom of expression, right? Where you can express yourself in the manner which you please, which you're speaking. And you can speak your mind however you feel. And people could criticize whether you right or wrong, stuff like that. That's what hip-hop is. It's all about communication, basically. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're ready, yeah. Yes, how many sound familiar to any of y'all? It sound familiar to any of y'all? It does? It's gonna go like this, check it. Yo, it's far from a lost dream that you often see. Thinking man is measured from all things. Now shall surrender their souls to the fourth king. Set forth to bring offsprings as offerings. Firstborn to sing the sacrifice. Drag the ceremonial sites. Leave behind no possessions, only your wife. But I'm sure she won't be lonely tonight. Candlelight illuminates my catacombs. Strangers in my chambers move to vacant tombs. Making moves toward exits to escape this subterranean camp of concentration. Sound is chasing your ass through my basement. Fatigue mistaken for suffocation. Running through trap doors, drop 7.5 floors where ice water catches your fall. Yo, you thought you was the brave one coming inside, right? Run, but you cannot hide. You thought you had the heart of steel coming inside, right? Run, but you cannot hide. Check it, awakening cold sweat. Clothes are soaking wet. Thoughts are out of focus, but know the threat. Hear echoes of those in debt. They owe respect. No checks that I go to collect can make me think suspect. Much stress. Drag from your doorstep to my fortress. No address to dissect my rest. Denied access, trying to track my track. Yo, I'm deep in the wilderness, between hills and cliffs, where these kids steal the scripts. Miles from Metropolis, you locked in this. Cell block gasping for oxygen. It's when I breathe
Look, on the real, I love. No, I love. I love going to shows where the people be attending, adrenaline rush when I win the crowd over and the hands start flying, any other acts trying to duplicate and haste. Wait, you can't do that. I love peeping the vibe of people in my live arena, my low-key demeanor, making a approach, but mean it. Say we changed their lives, I'm thinking ditto, but little do they know, I mean it, never deceiving my fans. I'm into shaking them hands and working harder. I'm far from being the most popular out my squadron. So often, I gotta prove my rap skills and worth, immersed in the scene where your sales can be hurt. Like confidence, feeling like dirt, we can barely sell a shirt or a CD at work. Distribution, they order what they favor, so even through my own company, I get hated. Recollection of my checks is that statement, and I'm ancient to a fan base that's mostly Caucasian. Maybe it was the raps I was saying, so I tightened up the bolt so it's me they'll be chasing. It'd be stupid to think that they was racist in favor of some rappers just cause of their faces. I'm faces are unknown to a new Jack and clone. This fool called me Merce, had to slap him with my phone. Man, I'm hella grown in a scene that's full blown where these 16-year-olds try to mosh at my shows.
Hip hop is me. Hip hop is life. Hip hop is emotion. Hip hop is unity. Hip hop is division. Hip hop is everything. Can't define or generalize, or excuse me, can't be specific about something that is about being an individual. So you can't put a blanket term on something that's all about being an individual. Life is individuality, and so is hip hop, and we all come together with that.
What's up, y'all? This is Masta Ace from Brooklyn, New York. And to me, hip-hop is a way of life. It's going to the park, hot summer night, in your 69ers and your Lee jeans. DJ got the bass bottoms out, the big-ass speakers, wooden planks sitting on 2 garbage cans, turntables, park packed. That's how it was in the mid to late 70s. I was a little guy growing up, checking out all the DJs from Brownsville, Brooklyn that was doing it up out there. And from then to now, the style of dress, what we wear, the way we speak, the way we conduct ourselves in the world, it's all hip-hop to me.
Well, hip-hop is, to me, basically just, you know, feeling something deep inside your heart and your soul and wanting to create it over a dope-ass beat, you know, and say whatever you want to say over that beat. And, you know, just totally creating what is you and bringing that out and turning it into music. And, you know, that's the musical aspect of hip-hop. But, you know, to me, anything else is anything that a person feels is strong, has a strong opinion on and wants to convey to the rest of the world, whether it be through like a, you know, artistic, traditional artistic sense, you know, like with paint brushes or spray cans or markers or, you know, dancing or whatever medium you choose to express what you have deep inside your soul. And, you know, it's on some cutting edge shit, is probably hip hop, you know what I mean? And that's what I feel hip hop is. And, you know, basically for me, it's just, you know, making dope beats and writing shit that I think about and that I think is important to get spread to other young people and other people in general.
And when you ask about hip hop and what it means a voice of inner city people particularly, as well as it's like protest music. The opportunity to say whatever it is that you feel at that moment, whether you're sitting in your house and you have a thought and you write it down, you bring it to the mass of people. It's a voice of change. You You know, obviously the 4-element graffiti, b-boy and b-girl, and DJ and MC, and that's the elements. If you don't know that now, you know. But it's also a tool to create some kind of change, whether it's internally or it's externally throughout the rest of the world. So that's what hip hop is, you know. And I started doing it because, to be real, I heard Run DMC back in the days, and I think it was Sucker MCs that was on the radio. And I was in the shower, I'll never forget it. And I was reciting the lyrics, and I forgot some of the lyrics, and I just started doing my own lyrics over it. And when I got out of the shower, boom, I started writing my own rhymes. And from then on, that was like back in like 1983, 84. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got into hip hop. What about you, Bill?
I got into hip hop just because, like, yo, man, people just blasting that shit out the window where I lived at, man. It was just part of the environment. You know what I'm saying? It was something that I was kind of, you know, inherited into. You know what I'm saying? Just listening to the radio, Kiss. You know what I'm saying? Red Alert, Marley. You know what I'm saying? Taping it all the time from Roxanne Shante, UTFO, from LL, Rock the Bells. You know, from Here We Go by Run DMC. All of that really like affected me. You know what I'm saying? And then once Rakim came out, that took it to the next level. That really inspired me to start writing rhymes and really, you know, become a part of the culture in terms of contributing to it. You know what I'm saying? Rather than just being a spectator on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And it's interesting too because like hip hop nowadays is a lot of like floss and a lot of stuff like that. But it's 2003, and I guarantee you by the middle of 2004, a lot of things are gonna change. You know what I'm saying? They got hip hop fucking beats on cell phones. My phone just rang. I gotta take this call though. Excuse me. Yo.
Problems in hip hop really aren't that different than the problems in the world right now. It's like it's the same dynamics that are going on, and it's like if you got a global perspective on things, you can kind of see the way everything's come together to where we're at right now with hip hop being like all about the money, the way that the world's been all about the money since Western civilization has dominated everything and made it that way, you know? So it's like there's not so much about the culture and the art anymore, just like there's not so much about culture and art in the world anymore. And the few outlets that are supporting it really struggle to get funding in order to keep those arts alive. And it's the same with the hip hop thing, man. Underground hip hop to me really is just like cultural hip hop. I don't even really like using the term underground because it kind of lessens it. Underground really is where the culture is being preserved at, where one element is recognizing the other element, whereas in other outlets, you're not really seeing that too much. You know, with a lot of stuff that's being backed by major corporations right now, they almost don't acknowledge the fact that graph and b-boying and DJing inspired MC culture the way that it really did. You know, back in the days in the park, cats used to spit about everything that was going on around them. They used to spit for the b-boys to get down. They used to spit for the graph riders to put their name up on the train too, you know? Everybody was down with everybody else, and then money came in and said, what part of this can we make the most money off of? Let's section them off and separate them from everybody else so that they're not acknowledging anybody else. And then it became about the MC becoming the forefront of hip hop. I never believed the MC was the one main ingredient. It's always about the MC and the DJ when it comes to rocking the crowd. And if you got b-boys to hold you down with that, it takes it even further. So when I do shows, I be shouting out for the b-boys. Where the b-boys at? I want the b-boys to come out and get down with the rest of us, because to me, that's real right there. And it's just the whole vibe of it is live. And if the graph writers could hook up the scenery around us and make the whole place look like it's supposed to look, with the graph going on, with the hip-hop all around us, it just gives it that much more of an environment. And I only find that in the underground, and that's what I'm attracted to, so that's what I'm gonna be around. But for real, we just gotta be more inventive and just more ingenious with the ways that we try to present our stuff to the people. I'm not impressed with nobody going platinum. All going platinum means, if you went platinum, all you fucking did was reach 1 out of 270 people.
Fuck the records you sold, cause if you go platinum, it's got nothing to do with luck. It just means that 1 million people are stupid as fuck.
270 million people in this country. You gonna tell me that most of the artists out here who are dropping decent, good, independent hip-hop, if they could find a way to reach enough people that they can't find 1 out of every 300 to feel them, To me, that don't make no sense. So my whole thing is just finding ways to get the music to the people, exposing it to as many people as possible so that we can find those 1 out of 300 out of every group of 300 that we can get to, until we get to the point where we're moving the same kind of numbers, because the music is just as good, if not better, is what's going on here. I have no problem with cats talking about what they want to talk about. Your preference is your preference. Where you put your money is what you decide to support. I just want to make people aware of the fact that there are options out there, that hip-hop is not all gangsterism. That's not all there is to this. There's a hell of a lot more going on over here than just that. So if we could bring that out to the forefront, I think we could fix a lot of the problems, because I think it just needs to broaden out, because it just opens people's ears to more different perspectives of what different people are talking about out there. And the more different perspectives that you're intaking, the more well-rounded view you're gonna have on the world, period. Especially when it comes to entertainment, man. Hip-hop is hypnotic. It'll take over your mind, you know what I'm saying? You listen to the same shit being repeated over and over again, you're gonna start embodying some of what you're taking in. So be real careful where you put your money at, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yo. Y'all know this shit right here. Come on. How's it go? How's it go? Let me hear it. Yo, if you really want it and you really need it. Come on, huh? Y'all ain't really about it. I don't hear you screaming. Yo, 6 shots. My strike go like you got my mind skin niggas. They shake like I'm glad to meet you. They fake like big screen creatures. I'm dropping this. So return to your locking this. Dropping this shit like flip rock. Stop niggas from hitting the top like UV 10 block. I battle and win lock. Scuffle. They get back like duffel. I double my .com. Shift my whole network. Reverse through the birth of a pop song. I got strong hold. Beyond your means, past your pressure. Too slick to grip, too dip to deep measure. Free from the seek pleasure. Spit gems, reach treasure. Breeze Everflow, sleep. You better sleep hot shit. If not, when I drop shit, evacuate like gas is toxic now. If you really want it and you really need it, sir. Come on now, I wanna hear you screaming. Step this way. They don't believe you across the street, say. Step this way.
Yo, what's up? This is JS1, the Ground Original, my man Double, right over here. When I ain't out on the road with Rayz, the beatbox champion, I'm chilling with Mr. C, Rayz Walz. I'm in New York City, and what hip hop means to me is exactly what is not going on in New York City right now. That's what hip hop is. What's going on in London and Japan. B-Boys, part of Rock City Crew, Jam Master Jay, new Gangstar album, that's what hip hop means to me. What's on the radio is not what hip hop means to me. TRL is not what hip hop means to me. Christina Aguilera is not hip hop to me.
Hear the drummer get wicked, 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 refuse to lose. Here's your ticket. Hear the drummer get wicked.
My definition of an MC is a mental conductor, a master coordinator, a meticulous communicator, a master of ceremony, you know what I mean? A metaphorical character, you know what I'm saying? Musically challenging, you know what I'm saying? The Most High's connection. being someone that knows how to use the English language past a regular degree of just talking simple phonetics is a very special thing, because it makes you universal just from being able to speak the language, the English language, which comes from so many other languages. It makes you universal to speak this bastard tongue and to connect with people who basically shape the way the whole world sees fashion, economics, medicine, all of that. So being an MC is being in tune with the people. Being an MC is being against the corruption of the community. Being an MC is fighting against injustices brought on to you by the representatives of the community. That's an MC. Anything less is a myth.
Hey, yo, Ron, Bigger Cakes, turn the fuck up. Hold up. For real, man. Let's see Rayz Walz right here. Sun cycle rocket pops. Yeah, pop and turn it out. Turn the fuck up. Turn the fuck up. Bigger Cakes, turn the fuck up. Turn the fuck up. Hold up. Alcohol pass. This music's really picking up. Sound dumb, like Outcast. Wake it up. Last time you shot somebody, you had a camera. I'm free Rayz, the author of stamina. Now you know the walls, you end up like Humpty Dumpty. It just shell cracks, battle is turned to something. Narcissist, I'm born quick. You put the shit like sausages. Part of this, Aceyalone turn rude to the pageant kid. I love games, I play you like cartridges. Y'all against me is dragons, versus ostriches. Look at me preposterous. Like abortion, I kill stupid kids before they act up. Make a new souffle, calling it back up. You cracked up like base heads in a spaceship, playing skeleton in the matrix. Only thing I lose is my patience. Smack the shit out you tissue head. Once the disrespect, you'll see I'm a mission bread. Hip-hop dawn, deep into stocks and ball. I'll take a shit in your house and blame it on your mom. Surviving the game, get money, I'm buying a chain. Driving the range, the flame inspires fame. Coming through, loaded one, walking two. I'm seeing Rayz Walz, son. Who the fuck are you?
Jumbo the Garbage Man, representing the Lifesavas movement, Quantum Projects. Hip hop is a celebration of life to me. Raised on it, I breathe it, I live it. Some people say hip hop is dead, hip hop is alive and well. I think the problem with hip hop right now is a lot of cats that's new to the culture don't respect where it came from. They don't respect some of the elders, some of the innovators. You know, when you come to a show, a Lifesavas show, or a Rayz Walz show, and the DJ puts on Peter Piper, man, and you never heard that before, you don't know that, something's wrong, you know, but you criticizing the cats that's rhyming and talking bad about them, folding your arms at the show, man, something's wrong. I think that, you know, research and respect the entire culture, not just because you got a computer and a mic and you rhyme or you write or you b-boy or you DJ or whatever. You know what I mean? It's cool that you can still, even if you're an elitist or consider yourself one, you can still be a fan of the music. I myself am still a fan of the music and the culture, man.
Get them hands up in the air, everybody. Let's reach for it. We gonna celebrate this thing we call hip hop right now. This is our culture, y'all. Get them hands up high. Here we go. We're here to celebrate some funky hip hop with precision. So many dumb MCs all led away, but everybody gotta make a living. We got the honorary members of family on my right. Party people feeling the music up on my left. Hardcore people and because it's in the middle. Let's all get down. Yo, we got honorary members of family on my right. Party people feeling the music up on my left. Hardcore people and because it's in the middle. Let's all get down. We all here to celebrate some funky hip hop with precision. So many dumb MCs all led away, but everybody gotta make a living. comes the joy, here comes the joy. Everybody, everybody, here comes the joy. Worldwide soul connection. Select us DJ Weapon. Got that infectious anthem. And got content of lecture soul. Worldwide soul connection. Select us DJ Weapon. Got that infectious anthem. And got content of lecture. Blessed with 1,200 volts in your toes to your posted kite. Prepared to step barefoot over broken ice and run wide. Time for tens, I spin 7 inches on a sundial. Counterclockwise, I prime combos until you cockeye. Lost souls and brick walking to the crossroad. Over 2 tunnel through the middle earth. I think trenches 30 to 300 kilohertz. Head under the speak tone and clutch Bible. My life is wild style and Swahili subtitle. Clock my arteries with rigid clothes, broken English. So when I step even my death will be a sober genius. I'm sick with it like the hepatitis keyboard. Technique needle pins until your ears keyboard. Both the face collars, one of the knee. When they look into the eyes of a real MC, you're the worldwide soul connection. Select us DJ Weapon. Got that infectious anthem. They got contest perfection.
Peace, this is Jeru The Damaja, the original Dirty Rotten Scoundrel. And what hip hop is to me is just a culmination of frustration, creativity, and dope lyrics, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Check it out. Peace. Hey, listen, how many of y'all motherfuckers know about Jeru The Damaja? Nah, how many of y'all motherfuckers really know about Jeru The Damaja? How many of y'all ever saw me do my thing before? Alright, so we got 3 rules when I do my thing, right? Rule number 1, I'm not having fun unless y'all motherfuckers having fun, so all y'all motherfuckers make some noise. Rule number 2, keep the motherfucking noise going all night long. I don't want to hear no drops, no airs, none of that type shit like that. And rule number 3 is just do whatever the fuck I say. Set it off. Say, boot smoker, suave, filthy, illegal, dirty, hard to work me, reputable, known as a ghetto like dope and guns. Although I don't collect funds from illegal drug runs, I'm not a pimp prankster or gangbanger. But real gangsters recognize my style is straight gangster. Make the ball move, make it stiff like a statue. You can take it, the rhymes, hammers, or 52. It's up to you. Undisputed, get your hands up. I got it hands down. I shoot the dip like the slug that cut your man down. I never lose face. I grace the place and lay shit. Finesse the mic like a fucking put on my hat and blaze it. Terrific is the ultimate. On some street shit, keep it on the rapping tip. Or it up, get ugly like that cat on tails from the crypt is how they make one night and physically assault your click. Dirt, dirty. Dirt, dirty. Dirt, dirt. Dirt, bloody wars, fight pigeons, world tours. All that slick talk is cheap, like heat, we make the pause. Knowledge of my inner being help the guard maintain. If I was savage, I hit you in your head for that chain. Y'all brothers know the time, Eastern Standard, all Pacific. No beef, no weak, but got beef, be specific. Fucking kills, the skills, warn your peeps. I'm the next exotic version, like I'm the Indian freaks. MCs burn like trees, rolled up in cigars. Smart as the top scientist, dirtiest neighborhood bars. Balone, coming, you know the half. The Coco banger like my pops, boom on no string ass. Talk trash, and either last best, last. MCs remain buried in the paragraph. The blood in the path don't affect the flow. I rock back my rusty mic and split your afro. I'm so dirt.
Well, to me, the state of hip hop, I mean, is great. It's Jeru The Damaja, you know what I mean? It's not. I don't look at what's going on in the radio and what's going on television to define the state of hip hop. The state of hip hop are the individuals who really love it and who really into it, the fans, the DJs, the MCs. So to me, the state of hip hop is great, and everything is 360 degrees. It's like you have some people who are gonna want things to stay one way, and you're gonna have some people who want things to move. We know that all things in life have to evolve and revolve. So I think it's great. I think hip hop is just in the stage that it's in for this time of 2003. And in 2010, it'll be something different. And in 2020, it'll be something different still. So it's great.
And this joint is called War, we're gonna set it off. Stress of ghetto living can bust your brain. It seems the road is made with less joy than pain. I want to regress, but I refrain. If I don't, I rage war. Right here in the streets of New York. Some talk the talk, but don't walk the walk. Like Muslims at the corner store selling pork. My little brother still outlined in short. They went from 40s to the Champagne Court. Videos and true lies making all the first score. Little girls butt naked, sold the predator store. My man said he was God holding the devil's pitchfork. That's why I'm throwing rhymes like Geronimo's tomahawk. War, many shouting, but don't wanna see it. I stay low and play movie traps like the Kong in Viet. No, I'm loud talking and stairs can't do me harm. Though some niggas wanna stop it, I'm still dropping the bomb. Shit is dead like tennis or cent. Ring the alarm, it's still a mystery to you like the 80-second song. Some fight to the end, some sell out like Uncle Tom. So much contempt, others explode cause they jelly like napalm. War's more than hand-to-hand and firearms. It's only one when your mind is calm. So I study Sun Tzu and stop smoking charm. In my left hand, bitches more like in my right arm. Hey, what the fuck happens to the turntable? Stop that shit.
The definition of an MC. My definition of an MC is a master of ceremony. You know what I'm saying? One who can manipulate the mic and also manipulate the crowd. And the thing about being a good MC is that you can't just be able to freestyle or this or that. You have to be able to make good records too. I think a lot of MCs can freestyle real good, they battle real good, but when it comes to making records, they can't do it. So the best MCs know how to make records, they know how to battle, they know how to freestyle. It's a real MC.
You want me to go home, huh? You want me to go home? Then make some motherfucking noise. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, this is that real hip hop shit. Nobody's too fly in here, nobody's too jiggy, nobody's too pretty, no girl ass is too fat, none of that. Make some motherfucking noise. Hold on, stop that. Who know that shit right there? You don't know that shit. Hey, check this out. What's the name of that song? What's the name of that song? Okay, don't get it twisted. The bitches is not saying every girl is a bitch, because I know some dudes that's bitches too. Right? And I mean, if you like to get naked and all that don't make you a bitch. If you trying to get in the motherfucking pocket, it do. But that's it. So I need everybody to say the bitches, and unless you saying the bitches, I'm thinking you're a bitch. Whether you a dude, whether you a girl, if you're not saying the bitches, you's a bitch motherfucker. You ready? So everybody throw your motherfucking hands in the sky and wave them from side to side. I'm not talking about the queens, but who? Not fuck your friends. High post attitude, real rude with fat asses. Swear that the pussy is made out of gold. Try to control you by sliding up and down on the wood. They be giving up sex for good. And dealing with bitches is the same old song. They only want root till someone richer comes along. Don't get me wrong, the strong black women, I know who's who, total respect I'm giving. My queen stand by you and stick around. Bitches suck you dry and push you down. So it's my duty to address this vampiress, giving this black man stress. Recognize what's real and not material, or burn in hell, chasing polo and catch dumb bitches. Everybody not a bitch, throw your hand in the motherfucking sky. Now wave one from side to side. I'm not talking about the queens, but who? Not the sisters, but who? Not the young ladies, but who?
The main thing in life is to be yourself, to know who you are. Try not to do things just because people want you to do it, or because you think it'll make you look good in the eyes of others. You have to do things that make you feel good about yourself, no matter what people think, because people are always going to think or have an opinion on what you should do. But you should always know that what you're doing is right for you. You know, and that's it. And I think that if you follow that simple rule, you'll be able to find out what it is in life that you want to do, what your true destiny is, and you'll make it happen.
All right. This is Aceyalone, and hip hop is, to me, personally. Let's see. We'll start with, it's like, we're at the helicopter no we're in LA, you know how I go down and try to, but yeah, it's culture, but it's whack too sometimes, because it's whack, dude. It's like misinterpreted. It's like it's judged. It's put in a position to where it's like, okay, what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? This dude said it's this said it's this, so it breaks off into different factions, different, you know, definitions where people think their definition of hip-hop is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know I started out this music coming up under hip-hop, you know, under the guidelines of hip-hop. You know, and all the general rules, you know, like just being original and doing your thing or whatever. But it's done morphed into something different, so you know, we just gonna go, we just musicians, you know. Of course I'm in the hip-hop culture. I'm hip-hop, man. I'm hip-hop.
Check it out, the game for 20 minutes late. Sorry about the wait, I was in the back posted. Trees got roasted, now I got toasted. The party gon' still get hosted. Let's go, grab somebody, stab somebody. I'm just kidding, have a party, laugh for somebody. We gon' make a know whether you like it or not. I got a human being rock on block to block. And we gon' kill that noise. Shoot it, boys, deal with them toys. You forever must crack. Hey, open up the case, so I give them a text. My name's Ace. Ain't talking about getting late, word. Y'all people that lost your mind. The thought never ran across your mind. You know the good shit's hard to find. Come on, so this here's on blow your motherfucking brains out. You would've lost your mind. The thought never ran across your mind. You know the good shit's hard to find. Come on, so this here's on blow your motherfucking brains out. 2004, if I'm close to tighter than what yours might have been. Should I take a vitamin or vitamin? Makes me feel like a kid. Go on and vitamin. This one's for me, this party here's free. As long as you're a us, blood pressure energy is wrong on the house. Don't get down on the house, cause who the fuck wanna have a gun in their mouth? Hey, life is painful when the party is packed tight. Cause some people don't know how to act right. And when the people's in light, I'm keeping the rap tight. I'm keeping my set tight. That's right, that's right. Y'all people that have lost your mind. So what? Thought never ran across your mind. Yeah. You know the good shit's hard to find. Check it. When this bitch don't blow your motherfucking brains out. You would have lost your mind. Thought never ran across your mind. You know the good shit's hard to find. Natural. For me to come weak is not allowed. Living my life underneath the ground, I control the sound. I hold it down. My name is A1. I'm 6'1". I lead the studio until the mix get done. We do it for kids. We do it for fun. We do it all night till the morning sun. See, it ain't no question of who is that. It's just the connections of me and my rap. We go with it together. Maybe it's a natural fact that when I touch the MI, turn back, it's like, damn, y'all people that lost y'all mind.
Creativity, innovation, advancement, development, and all that stuff, you know, that's a natural process of life, and everything goes through that. So trying to hold it at one point, you know, it's just, you just become just a, you know, it's just your generation. That's tried and true human nature, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of stop right there. You be like, oh, okay, this is what we did. We can't take it to those other boundaries, you know, because they weren't ready, or their minds weren't there, or that wasn't their frame of mind. So what have you. And different people want to go different places, bam. So you can't be mad at what something turns into. You can help guide it that way. I guess that's where each generation stops and be like, okay, we gotta be purist on this point right here, because you know people gotta know.
You know what this is? This is how we end this motherfucking theme music right here. That's how we end it. Come on, let's begin. I still up and let go, people of goodwill. I offer you the greedy, the thought, manifest the skills. Finally reveal the opening chapter. As real as the flesh that you're invited. Into the skull cavity, your mind is riding it, I'll be riding it. And right up in a slight rotation, warp to curve the course. Of course, yo, when I report, I won't distort. Don't contort, connect, console or conceal. Control the wheel. My eyes are vampires, this is right for the science. So winning the prize with a high-tech mic check. Your buttons are flash, I'll push for absolute destruction. Instructions are lifted from the ground. The foundation round is broken, so you can float around. I'm embedded in what is known as a beat. A beat. Let's do that again. We can rock it again, right? Y'all ready? Here we go. Let me know that every enzyme is complete. In time, you'll see the pace of the post-pump. Rapidly heart rate, happily moisture. Happen to be the dark man who owns the chart. Hey, I watch my horizontal lines to make a rainbow, but it ain't the same. Tried and true pros, chasing fool's gold, sliding through holes, like small rolling west. Obviously, evident that more embellishment, peace and true 90s blue IQ. Big Ace is the spinner, and I plan to be a winner. Meaning I'll be in and out of movies, overseas. Coming overseas, more than I can. I scan the influence and the listen. Escape is the worst shape, this landscape, but it ain't mixing. Good, I give it a ribbon. I stand at the pivot, I love it. Learn and live it, and give me rocks and I let it hit it. I'm not saying like that. My attempts to redefine, yo, hit my guideline. You can play the sideline, drive rhymes in your spare time. My attempts to redefine, yo, hit my guideline. You can play the sideline, ride rhymes. Stimulation, manipulation, purpose, and then we are going to touch upon the surface of the surface. Hey, consider us part of the dust. To the dust, what's color? The samples before they rush. Penetrate the crust and just know. Driven by the sonic language passion, they ashes spark the passion of the neon from beyond. What kind of planet can I be on? I don't know, but I'm beyond, so many things that they can never play out. They're trapped in the time frame and never find a way out. Stay off the dramatization and the balance. Always seeking a challenge to the world. My hands are in the corners and smooth up the surface. It's worthless. This is never the problem. Already good, man. I still let me come. I know the animal kingdom and the fire of wild style. And so they can hit the target. I'm walking on the suicide. Hey, flying up an old wing in the sky. Body market techniques, sparks the dark streets of domestic crime. Suggest that you hold it down. We inhabit the oxygen wall. The memory you will never forget to remember.
What you hear is not a test. What you hear is not a test. But he's rapping to the beat, and it goes like. And it goes like. We gotta rock a level up, and it goes like. Einstein, tell it all, and it goes like. 4 years ago, we took freestyle raps, got 2 turntables up, it's not a roast rap. Now every time that I go to a spot, they say, "Well, we got to make you white boys rock." So whether you're a short of the top, with a number 1, with an axe song, whether number 1, then I slide break the 6. And I'm the song for the EQ, with my face, it's the microphone, I love the Everybody come on. Now, this is not still. Hear what you got to say. D to the I, double T, why I could begin. When they get the double sense to let my DJ spin. I release what's within, feel free to join in. Dizzy is my name, but I'm spelled it again. Go D, to the stage, I impress. C, that's fully clean and fresh. Another Z, with the zigzags that I buy, that I roll every day. Just why not? Got the fucking Constantino for my one or two more. With lots of jiggle lines to go back to the war. I can tell them to right, you remember this war. Hey yo, need I say more? Check it out, see that's what I feel like before. So, everybody come on. Hey, did I mean anything on the microphone? So, everybody come on. Hey, did I nothing on the stage right now? So, everybody come on. Now, that's my DJ. Yeah, fucking young Einstein. Bring it down like this. Hey, you know we're doing the drill. You got to get down. We got the last of us like kids. So let me pick up a chip and jam and go. Who wants me? Got a lot of damn bands. He's acting ready for war like some Iraqis. And they call themselves hip-hop-in. We're happy grin. You mess it up now, but you win, don't regret. What do we call a groove? Back here, right like that. Whack! They got a wacky whack style and a wacky whack track. There will be more room if those cats play the back way. Starting from the line is gone, till the line is gone. Everybody come on, let me act through the door. Bang! Rock the house, pow! Come on and help me turn it out. Prince Paul, bang! Watch the house, pow! Come on and help me turn it out. Paul Warren, bang! Rock the house, pow! Come on and help me turn it out. Aceyalone, bang! Watch the house, pow! Come on and help me turn it out. Maurice, bang! Rock the house, pow! Come on and help me turn it out. Burn Unit, bang! Watch the house, pow! Come on and help me turn it out. All right, how's everybody doing? Okay.